Sunday, March 10th, the Oscars aired. And John Cena showed his ass, which we could have did without. I like you, John Cena. I don't like your ass. Anyways, so one of the movies that was up for nominations was Barbie. I don't know if you guys seen Barbie, and I tried. Like, I really actually tried. I promise you, I tried, but to no avail. But the whole basis of the movie was to basically demonstrate how women in the real world are consistently overlooked for many different things: roles, promotions, jobs, etc. And often in the real world, women are seen as less than men, inferior, if you will. So it had to be like a Ike Turner slap to the face for Margot Robbie to see Ryan Gosling, out of all the cast, to be actually nominated for an Oscar, and not her. Not even the director, who's a woman, wasn't nominated for an Oscar for this movie. Keep in mind, this is all during Women's History Month. I just don't get it. That's like only nominating Martin Freeman for Black Panther. Martin Freeman's the Caucasian dude, if you guys don't remember. That's fucked up, man. Let's get to the show. Roll the intro. Welcome to Midnight Media Review with Moel, a show for content creators by a content creator. And we got a great show with some dope shit. And we also got Breona Calvert on the show tonight, joining us via video call after the break, so make sure you stay tuned. And make sure you hit that subscribe button and that like button. And don't forget to ring that bell so you can be reminded of the future episodes of Midnight Media Review with your boy. So let's review the media. The first segment of tonight, you guessed it, it sucks, which stands for shit you see on social media. Roll it.
Anthony Black and Grady Dick, one from Arkansas, the other from Kansas. Exchanging jerseys. And Dante Marcatelli.
aujourd'hui aussi, c'est un autre.
All right, check this out. So there's no fucking way you would ever get me near a pool that looks like that. I could barely even fucking swim to save my own goddamn life. So there ain't no way I'm about to go deep diving in a goddamn pool that looks like a fucking ex-prison or some shit. I'm not doing it. You know how we do.
Nope.
Maybe not you because you're a robot, but
No clue.
ankles deep, motherfucker. Ankles fucking deep. It's time for MMR Updates, a segment that gives you a little bit of news about things that have occurred in the media around the world. Now, on February 8th and February 9th, a group of middle school students got charged for allegedly organizing and carrying out what can only be referred to as a mock slave auction. Yes, a slave auction. And they were using Snapchat. I'm not too sure exactly how that works. I'm also well above this age, but kids are doing some crazy things with social media these days. Anyways, Atlanta Black Star reported that the mock auctions targeted the teens' copper-complected classmates, and it was 6 Caucasian American 8th grade students in Southwick, Massachusetts, spearheading the racist event, which got the attention of the Hampden District Attorney by the name of Anthony Guluni. I'm sure I butchered his name. And if Anthony, if you're watching this, I apologize. It is not on purpose. Anthony Guluni, who was informed about the cyberbullying incident days after it actually occurred. Shortly after that, he got the state detectives involved, and they actually took over the case, resulting in the charges that have occurred with the 6 Caucasian American teenagers. Now, this story is still developing, and we will try to keep you updated with it. Or not, because I don't care. But you can easily Google it. Maybe you can let me know. So, in the summer of 2002, a high school student by the name of Brian Banks started a romantic relationship with a fellow classmate by the name of Juanetta Gibson. The promising 16-year-old football star played for Long Beach Polytechnic High, where his relationship continued. Now, I'm sure you guys know exactly where this story is going, right? Of course you do. So, the relationship took a turn for the worse when Gibson accused Banks of unwanted sexual acts. That's rap with an E on the end. We can't say certain words on social media or YouTube because I don't know. I don't see what the issue. Anyways. Banks spent 6 years in prison just for the case to be later dismissed because Juanetta Gibson confessed to false accusations. It bothers the fuck out of me that women have not all women, because I don't want y'all to get this twisted, but there's been a long history of women accusing men of unwanted sexual activities. And these men being convicted and going to prison and spending all these years in prison. And then it later on coming out that they never did a damn thing to these women. I feel like, and I've heard this from many different men, I feel like if someone accuses another person for something they didn't do, they should at least serve the same time, or at least even half the time that the accusee was sentenced to. Like, I feel like Juanetta Gibson should serve 6 years, and if not, maybe serve 3 years with good behavior. I don't know. It's just my take. This segment is for the content creators. Now, this is a segment that's pretty self-explanatory. We like to showcase content creators from around the world, and tonight we're giving you Ayana, or as she goes by on social media, Ayana the Artist. Now, Ayana the Artist she's done some pretty good things. Now, does a lot of like comedy skits, but she is also an actor. She's like a real actor. She's been in Insecure. She's been in rap shit, which I absolutely love. And if you are looking for some good laughs or a pretty face to follow, I think that you should definitely hit the follow button under Ayana the Artist. Tell her I sent you. So sit back and let's roll it.
All right, babe, I'm about to head out.
Have fun.
Wait, you're not gonna ask no details?
Well, you told me yesterday.
Right, but you don't want to know where I'm going?
Where you going?
To a party with single men and alcohol.
So what you gonna do?
I'm gonna be up in there.
Okay, well, have fun.
What are you about to be doing? Okay, you got somebody coming over?
I'm about to be chilling watching my favorite show.
You still got your location now?
We've been sharing locations since we met, baby.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you just gonna let me go?
You know what? You right. Have a seat.
This next segment is called The Plug. This is a segment where we showcase many different entrepreneurs, independent brand owners, companies, you name it. If you're independent, we're looking for you. Tonight we're bringing you Jules Empire Entertainment. And this is a modeling company that is responsible for some amazing model showcases and has helped many models, giving them a face, a voice, and a career by creating amazing resumes and portfolios. Jules Empire Entertainment. Now on social media, they are Jules Empire ENT. And if you feel like you have what it takes to be a part of this organization, I really, really think that you should definitely reach out to them. I was going to say something else, but we'll keep it professional. Jules Empire ENT. Hit them up. Let's see what you got. All right, y'all. You know what time it is. IGBG, a segment brought to you by Reggie the Robot. And based off of his track record, I'm sure he didn't disappoint. Now, tonight's segment is called IGBG, which stands for Instagram Beauty Goddess. And tonight we are bringing you Yasmine Lopez. Okay, let's see what Yasmine Lopez got. Okay, so she's a mother, she's a model, and she's also a Fashion Nova ambassador. All right, you ready? You ready? Roll it. You ever see like your favorite food and it's just made to perfection and you just can't wait to take a, let me stop. My mouth is watering. Yasmine Lopez, I see you, girl. We're going to get to this commercial break because I need a break. Now. I can't even stand up right now. Stay tuned. We got Breona Calvert coming up. And
he's glitching.
I can't get that out of my mind, man. Jesus. Let's get to this commercial break. Thank you. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a second. Fucking man, dude. God damn.
Fabreze.
What? Ooh, Jesus, what died in your ass? I don't smell nothing. What the fuck do you want? My bad, look. I need some advice. My girl, So did you even take a shit yet? Or are you just playing Game of Thrones? I've been shitting the whole time you've been standing in the doorway. It's the new Send Delete plugin by Fabreze. Wait. It gets rid of scents. Yes. Like, all scents. Yes. What about that morning breath smell? See, that's actually what I would need your advice on. Because my girl, she be having Bruce Lee flying out her mouth in the AM. Talking about, if you love me, you gonna love all of me. Bitch, if you don't got put a motherfucking breath in your gut. What about that smell when you know the Oh, you know when you when you doing the nasty, you know that nasty ass, gross ass condom smell from all the friction, it be messing up all the goddamn. Yes, dumbass. Where they selling? You know what? I'll just take this one. You got more, right? Yeah, you got more. Hey, thanks, fam. You know that's upside down, right? Close my door.
Your bathroom needs Fabreze small spaces. The always-on odor-fighting air freshener you set and forget. No outlets used, no batteries needed, no effort required. So your bathroom stays continuously fresh for 45 days. That's the power of Fabreze small spaces.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Midnight Media Review with Moel. Okay, now tonight's special guest is a beautiful guest. She is a model, an actress, a dancer. She's in the Air Force, and she's also Mrs. California, USA. Please give a warm welcome for Breona Calvert. How you doing?
I'm doing so good, Moel. Thank you for having me tonight.
Thank you for being here. We truly appreciate it. It's an honor and it is a pleasure. So we're just gonna hop in, okay? Because I'm pretty excited about this.
All right, I'm ready too. I'm excited too.
Okay, so how long have you been modeling?
So I started back in 2009 when Craigslist was a real, big thing. Craigslist. There would be photographers that would put ads out there for photo shoots, for trade, for them to build their portfolio, and as well as models to update theirs. And so I went to a few of them. And the first one that I did was more like a boudoir type of shoot. I created a really good calendar for, at the time, my fiance. And because he would always compliment me on my legs and my face, just all the beauty physically as well as internally. And so I thought it would be a really nice gesture. And one of the photos, I was in a two-piece bikini, and the photographer, he angled his camera where it was more towards the bottom of my body, and my legs looked like I was 6 feet tall. It was just amazing. I'm only 5'5", right?
Oh, wow.
But one of my strong features are my legs and my face and my eyes. And so when I saw that, I was like, okay, I got something going here. And so I would just scouted out a lot of different photographers that are needing to update their portfolios and just be open to other creative ideas. And then it wasn't until 2019 when I won my first title that I had a chance to meet with other photographers in the industry. And not only that, I got signed with my agent with Kit International Talent. And that's where hand in hand, the modeling and the acting just boom, blew up for me. And it's literally up from there.
That is fantastic. So, I mean, I was actually going to ask you, what exactly was it that actually sparked your interest in modeling? How did that become a goal and a dream?
Well, I grew up watching the Victoria's Secret fashion show every year, with the moguls. You have Tyra Banks and Naomi Campbell.
America's Next Top Model.
I loved modeling from a very young age. And then in 2006, when Top Model came out, 2003, I'm sorry. When Top Model came out, I was like, ooh, I want to do that. I would love to audition. But at the time, I was already set to leave for the Air Force. Plus, the height requirements did not include those that were 5'5". So it wasn't until, I want to say, cycle, I think it was cycle 7 or so, when they had the short cycle, I flew down to Los Angeles and to Dallas to be on the show. I did my video, everything, but I didn't get chosen. But mainly the Victoria's
Secret hustle is fantastic, though. So let me just clarify, because you're based out of Florida, right?
No, I'm actually in California, which is why I'm Mrs. California right now.
You're in California now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, so I was actually under the assumption that you were actually in Florida.
No, I wish I was there. It's a really cool place to be. And I know the industry is, just raging with models, and acting and all that kind of stuff. But for right now, I'm stationed in California, so that's where a lot of series of my titles have been California based.
Nice. So you actually got a chance to fly to California, stationed in California, and actually became Mrs. California. That's dope. No, but seriously, that's dope. So during the scheduling of this, because I'm actually based in Washington, that's the reason why I set it for 9 p.m. Eastern. Which is 6
I saw that
West
too, and I
Coast.
was like, okay. Yeah, I thought you were just basing it on where you were on the East Coast, but no, I'm right with you. I'm right with you.
We both on the West Coast.
Yes.
All right, pretty funny. Okay, so you flew to California 2003, you said, or 2006?
No, so I'm actually from California. I'm born and raised Sacramento, and I've actually been stationed here in California on 3 different occasions. I've been blessed to be, near family and friends. So I had left for the Air Force in 2004, right after I graduated, actually on my 18th birthday. That's my Air Force birthday. And so, so while I was preparing for the military and whatnot, I started watching The Top Model. And then when I came back to California, because my first assignment was in Germany, so I couldn't do anything at the time. So as soon as I got back and they had the short cycle, I immediately started applying for it because why not? You never know. So, but my love for it continued from there.
So you said short cycle. I actually was unaware that America's Next Top Model actually had a short cycle. I mean, I didn't watch it like that, but I just never heard of it. But it's so funny because like you said that you're 5'5", but I mean like it's 2024, so you can identify with being taller if you want to, like because I identify with being 6'5", so.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to live what you stand for. Absolutely. And my photos definitely captured to make me look like I'm taller than that. But I fully embrace with how I am.
I've seen some of the photos, and yes, I actually thought that you were taller. I thought that you were at least 5'9", because you do have like these nice long legs, and whoever your photographer is did take pictures to make you look super tall. So good job on his or her part.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, over the course of time, I learned who has good photography skills and who doesn't. And it's not just on the photographer to get the good shot. You have to do your part as well as a model, so that the both, collaborative things come together and create that image that both of you are, wanting to capture.
That's good. So we know why you started getting into modeling. What was the first booking you ever got?
Oh man. Well, like I said, I started doing the trade for photos, but it actually came from my acting side. So the type of modeling I started with was actually like commercial type of modeling, where it's the lifestyle shoots. I've done a lot of medical based type of commercials or training videos, also corporate America, because I had that look, and it goes hand in hand with how I am in the military. I have really good speech skills, articulate, all that stuff. And so it kind of went hand in hand. But honestly, it started to get more into fashion when I signed up to be a part of what's called S.U., which is Supermodels Unlimited. And they have a whole magazine. It's a whole industry where it's very inclusive to age, height, weight, ethnicities. It's very, very inclusive. And I won a single, a solo billboard that was actually on 3 different occasions. I had a billboard in Florida. I had one in New York City, and then I had one in Los Angeles. And that was really cool for the week. It was displayed, and it was just really cool that people that don't know me saw me, up there and wondered how I came into the opportunity. So that was something that was really huge.
That is very huge. That's incredible. And I salute you. Like that is a really big deal. I mean, just to be on a billboard in one location is enough to keep a smile on your face for like a good couple of months, but you're on 3 different cities. That is incredible.
Right.
Hey,
and I will say,
that deserves a round of applause. So let's give this young lady her flowers. Like for real, like hey, you did that. That's amazing for real.
Thank you.
I need a billboard. I need a billboard. We gonna find out how they get Moel a billboard. Okay, I think I deserve one, at least in
I can hook
Tacoma.
you up. I can get you in contact with me. Yes, for sure.
All right, so I mean, you may have just touched on this answer, but I'm gonna ask it anyways. What has been your biggest or most rewarding project that you have done?
Mm. Well, because I'm a part of a lot of things, right, in the
Hmm.
industry, I've had really good, rewarding experiences in all facets that I'm a part of.
Yeah.
So in the realm of modeling, I will say doing New York Fashion Week and working with designers that are either up and coming and they need a
Hmm.
chance to be able to showcase their talent, their skills, as well as already established designers that are just, again, very inclusive, understanding how the industry is changing
Yeah.
and not fighting against it. They still look for
Hmm.
the tall, svelte models, things like that, but they're also very inclusive with modern type of looks right now. So I would
Gotcha.
say walking in New York Fashion Week, I have an opportunity coming up this year to do Paris Fashion Week. So that's something that I'm
Nice.
super, super excited about. I mean, I haven't been overseas in quite a long time that is not military related. So I'm excited to go
Makes
out
sense.
there. And I will say for my acting side, I actually had two commercials appear during the Super Bowl of 2019.
Oh.
Yes, 2019 and 2021.
Wow.
So
Okay. So both recent.
yeah, and it's forever on the internet, forever out there
Yeah.
for people to see, for my kids to look back on and say, hey, that's my mom.
Yeah. Seriously. Hey, whatever you do on the internet stays on the internet forever. It doesn't.
Yeah.
You will never be able to wipe that from the internet for real.
So
So,
be careful.
hey, hey, seriously though, be careful. So, I feel like I don't know. I've looked at a lot of your stuff, and I feel like I'm in the honor of like pretty much celebrity status right now. Like, I mean, what you've done so far is incredible. I don't think I've ever met anybody who's done as much as you have, and just you've been doing it since what 2006 or
Yeah.
2009,
Yeah.
2006, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's I mean that's a good while, but when you think about it,
Yeah.
is it that long? Like I
I
don't know. I
know.
feel like 2006. I mean, to me at least, it really wasn't that long ago for me. But then when you think about it, I guess it's been some time.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I mean, my oldest is 16 and he was born in 2007.
Oh wow,
So
okay.
yeah, to know that I was doing it, before he came in to my life, it's like, wow, I've been doing this for a long time. But I'm
Yeah, I
so
guess
grateful that I
yeah,
continue to
it's a
seek
hot minute.
opportunities. Yeah, it's a hot minute. So it's been great though.
So I'm curious because you're also Air Force now. So what was it that made you join the Air Force?
Well, in high school, I joined the junior ROTC program.
Hmm.
And, my mom and I had a conversation about what I was going to do after high school. Is either college or the military.
Hmm.
I will say that the college route I wanted to do, but the process to do that, like with financial aid and things like that, and getting
Gotcha.
scholarships, I wasn't educated on that. And I was like, I can just go in the military, get my education paid for, and
Hmm.
on top of that, be a part of something that's bigger than myself, which is
Yeah.
something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to be something bigger and be a part of the bigger picture. And so, that checked off. And then, of course, traveling and opportunities to just be in different areas and get out of Sacramento. All those things checked out. And I said, you know what, the Air Force is the way to go. Now, I was in Army JROTC and I was like, hey, the Army's cool, but I'm going to go Air Force.
That's
I,
so funny. I was going to
you
ask
know,
you why you chose Air Force instead of like any other branch of the military. So you just
yeah,
answered
I mean, it
it.
appealed to me. Yeah, it appealed to me very well. The recruiter that I worked with, I could see the type of caliber of men and women that were chosen to be a part of it. And I wanted to be a part of that. All the
It's funny
branches
that
of the
she chose the
military are
word caliber. She said caliber. She's military. She chose caliber. I see what you did there.
yeah,
Okay,
I
keep going.
am. I am qualified. I am qualified on the N4 and M9. So,
Okay.
but
So
yeah,
okay, so what do you do for the Air Force? Like, are you flying planes? Like, are you out there like shooting people down? Like, what do you do?
So my job is personnel, and
Okay.
in the civilian terms, it's human resource. And what I do is,
Ah,
first of all, that career field is the heartbeat of the Air Force, because there's a whole
yeah.
lot of things that cannot and will not work without personnelists.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do is I help people manage their careers. I'm there when they first get in. I'm there to help them establish their benefits and their pay. I'm there to help them when they're promoting. I'm there when they are having their evaluations done to progress in their career. I'm there when they're preparing for TDYs, which is temporary duty or deployments. And I'm there to really pretty much keep things calm for them while they're out on the front line, being the ones seeing the action, head on.
That's nice. Like, okay, so out of all the jobs you could have chose, what made you choose the I don't want to call it admin, but the human resource area?
Yeah, so I will tell you that pretty much the majority of people that sign up, they don't want to go to war. They don't want to face the ominous presence that is the Middle East. And at the time when I got in, it was right after 9/11.
Yeah.
So, I took the ASVAB, and knowing how I am, I know it was better suited towards administration, personnel, logistics type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I did the ASVAB, the results came out, and the top one was administration and personnel. So that's what I went with. Thinking long term, I wanted to make sure that I was going to be able to see family still, friends that I grew up with, and less likely to be on the front line. But I have deployed before, and the job that I do even now is just as important as if I was on the front line with the other men and women.
Speaking of jobs, because you're military, Air Force, and you also model, and you dance, and you're an actress, and you do this, and you do that. How do you manage, and you're a mother, how do you manage being able to juggle all these things and have time for all these things? How do you manage to do this and still be smiling and happy-go-lucky and still doing things that you do as a wife, a mother, actress, dancer, like all this stuff?
Yeah. So it really begins with having a good support system. It's one thing to be an independent woman and do things on our own, which that's easy basically, but to have a rally of support from family and friends, and in the military, your leadership, it really helps to have that. Like, I mean, I'm very sure I could get by with just my own self-motivation, but to see my children watch me go through life and just accomplish everything that I want and more, that's motivation for them. My husband is very proud of the woman that he married, and
You better
my
be.
job, it's bringing them exposure. It's, they're embracing what's called the whole airman concept, basically.
Yeah.
So it's a person that has the time to volunteer with the community, that's able to show leadership skills and followership, that has a huge and strong sense of integrity and just excellence in everything that they do. And so the military is more open to having people that are multifaceted join the armed forces, and we're for me, I have a term that's called a beauty in boots, hashtag a beauty in boots, excuse me. And
Shout that
I'm more
out.
than
So
just the uniform. Yeah, I
beauty,
actually have
beauty and boots.
Yeah, that's mine now, and that's what I hashtag all the time, because
Okay.
I'm more than just the uniform. I do
I
a
feel
whole
like that's a
lot.
brand. Like, are you sleeping on this, or are you putting this in production? Like,
Oh
what we
no,
doing? Beauty
that's
and
active.
boots.
That's active. Like, that's like an
Nice.
active thing that I'm doing. Yes.
Okay, cool. Because hey, beauty and boots is copywritten. Don't even try it.
Don't even try it. Don't even try it. To not be confused with beauties in boots, which is BIB. That's something different. But a beauty in boots. And actually it's, I'm currently getting it patented, copywritten, so that I can start my own consultation business.
Nice.
As what was recent in the news, Lieutenant Madison Marsh has won Miss America title. And there are a lot more women than the military that are joining the pageant world, that is joining the modeling and acting world. And it's completely different from what we do day to day, right? And a lot of them don't know how to even get started. And so for me to be a representation of the working woman in the military that is also a mother, a wife, I want to help them get into that, right? Because again, we are more than just the uniform.
Absolutely. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. I was about to cuss, but I'm not going to because I feel like Breona's a very respectable woman, and we need to respect her presence. Breona, I have to say it has been a pleasure having you. We are a little short on time, so I don't want to keep you too long. But
It's okay.
I think that we need to give you another round of applause because you deserve it. You're an incredible woman, and I am truly excited to see what you're up to do next.
Thank you. I am too, and I appreciate this time, and I really look forward to working with you and talking with you again.
Perfect. Before you go, please let everyone know where they can find you at.
So on Instagram, it's Breona_Calvert. My Beauty and Boots is at, A Beauty and Boots, all one word. And on Facebook, same thing, Breona Calvert.
Fantastic. You guys give Breona another warm welcome. Another round of applause, and we will see you guys in a little bit.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Let's give tonight's guest another round of applause. And if you or someone you know has a brand, a product, or talent and wants to be featured on the Midnight Media Review with Moel show, please feel free to email me at therealmoel@gmail.com, and I or my staff will get back to you and try to get you scheduled. But until then, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Remember, life is way too short to not enjoy it. You guys have a good night.